I am going to fix the bug that I found in our previous video right here. This register should be T2, not T1, and I think this happened because of my style here. I should be probably using T1 only here. So this is all set, and the place where we call this procedure is right here, jump and link string length. So the next thing is we return our string length in register V0 and we preserve it in register S3. So from this point on, S3 will hold the length of the input. The next part, I print string length is, and then I think this comment is a duplicate of this one, so we can get rid of this comment. It's not necessary to have it here. Alright, so print string and then print integer, and we specify our length of input to print, and then we print also new line, which is just a single character print. To simplify my work for character swap, I'm just checking S3 against 0, and if the input is empty, I just say exit the program. Do nothing. Finally, we get to the part to reverse characters in our string. So if this is an example of our input buffer, I set register T2 to point to the tail of our string right here, because we just set it to input length -1, and register T1 is set to the beginning of this input buffer. Then we retrieve our characters by using load byte instructions, storing them in registers T5 and T6, and then immediately update using store byte instructions to effectively swap these characters. Next, we increment the head index and decrement the tail index, and then compare their values to see if T1 is still less than T2. So if this condition is true, T7 is set to 1, and we check if T7 is true, and if it's still true, then we continue our loop. So this is our loop where we basically swap the characters in our input buffer. Once we're done, we simply print the string and exit the program. So I'm ready to build this and then run it to do some testing. Enter a string. I always like to test strings such as empty string, one character string, and more characters. So let's start with an empty string. I hit enter, and the string length is 0, which is correct, and we're just simply exiting. Let's reset this and try again. So this time I'll enter string which contains character A. So it just echoes back character A. So next time we can try more than one character, for instance A and B, and you can see that it gets reversed to BA. So let's try this again, and this time we can enter something longer, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and you can see that it gets reversed as well. So this is our demonstration that I hope you can use in your homework to see if the entered string is a palindrome. And if you'd like to start writing your code from scratch, it's fine, or you can just modify any of our samples to tweak it into what you want it to do. Either way is fine to complete this assignment.